Feel like you just aren't hitting your savings goals, or you feel like there's just never money left over after getting paid. Well, you are definitely not alone. Nearly 75% of Americans fell short of their savings and spendings resolutions in 2025, just last year. I have found 10 different, pretty boring, unsexy ways to save a significant amount of money that I am going to share with you today. So, hopefully, they can help with your savings goals. I brought my lunch to work 99% of the time. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's true. I rarely went out to eat with my coworkers, and a lot of my coworkers went out to eat every single day. And people that eat out for lunch every day spend anywhere from about $18 to $23 per lunch, which would be, if we averaged that, it would be $20 per meal times 260 working days in the year. So that would mean they are spending $5,200 just on lunch every single year. So I saved a significant amount of money just by doing a little prep work and preparing my lunch the night before and then taking it to work with me. I have also always carried a water bottle with me. This is over just the past few years. I haven't always done this, but over the past few years, especially, I just bring a water bottle with me. And I have always drank a lot of water. That is the main drink that I have when I go out to eat or when I'm at home. And I have saved a lot of money by just drinking water. Americans spend about $850 per year on carbonated drinks alone. That doesn't include alcohol, coffee, tea, any other type of drink. It's just carbonated drinks. So $850 is no insignificant amount of money. And also, I always carry a granola bar, or it's actually a Lara bar, with me in my purse, or I'll have one in my car. I just always have a Lara bar with me. And that way, if I want a snack, I can just pull that out of my purse and I don't have to stop at the grocery store or the gas station. There are a lot of people that stop at the gas station almost every day just to get a quick snack or treat if they just want something to eat. But you can actually save a lot of money if you just keep a snack of some sort with you in your car or in your bag, even in your laptop bag if you're going to work, if you don't carry a purse. But I always have one in my purse. And I'm really glad that I do. It also helps with not being hangry. Sometimes you just need something to eat before you're going to lunch or going to dinner or something. So it's nice if you just have a snack already there, ready to go. And also, I like eating mixed nuts. So I sometimes will put just a baggie of mixed nuts in my purse as well. And then before we get into the next one, this is one of my favorite tips that I want to share with you, or favorite habits that I want to share with you. And make sure and stick around until the very end because the last one is actually my top favorite habit that is unsexy to share with you. All right, this one is not upgrading my phone or other electronics every single year or every time there is a new phone that comes out or a new laptop, whatever it might be, whatever type of upgrade that might be. And this is going to save a significant amount of money because a brand new phone can cost, I don't know, anywhere from 1,000 to $2,000 depending on the size of your phone and how much space it has, the camera on it, all of those different things. And if we are able to hold on to our current phones for quite a while, I've had my phone for since 2020, so about 6 years already, and I may upgrade soon, but I've had this for a while, and it has been a really great phone, and it still works really well. The camera on it works fantastic. And then my laptop, I have had that almost 10 years. I think it's about 9 years, but I did have to upgrade last year because I got the black screen of death. Apparently that's a thing on MacBooks, but that happened to me, so I ended up getting a new laptop last year. But before that, I had my laptop for 9 years, And that's a lot of money that I'm saving. If I was to buy a new laptop every single year and spend, I don't know, maybe $2,000 or something, depending on what I'm getting, that's a significant amount of money as well. And then buying a new car every single year or every couple of years, by not doing that, you are going to save a lot of money. And I bought my car, let's see, in 2018. So I've had it, what, 8 years now? And it's doing really well. It still drives really well. And of course, I keep the maintenance up on it. It needs an oil change right now, actually. So I need to get that done. But it's still a great car. It may not have all of the bells and whistles that these brand new cars have, but it gets me from point A to point B really well. And it's a very comfortable car, too. I've taken it on long trips before with some friends, and it's just a very comfortable ride. So we can save a lot of money by not buying a brand new car or not buying a car every couple of years. The average car payment is about $770 for a new car payment. And for a used, it's $531. So if we just average those, let's say you have a car payment of $600 per month and we multiply that by 12, we are going to spend $7,200 per year for that car payment. So if we didn't have that car payment and we just have a car that is completely paid off, we can be doing a lot of different things with $7,200. There's vacations that we could take. There are backyard upgrades that we could have. We could invest that money and make it work for us and retire even earlier. There's just a lot of things that we can do with that amount of money. And here is another one. This one is really good. I really love doing this one, and I didn't always love doing this, but it's growing my own fruits and vegetables. I have my own garden in my backyard, and I actually start vegetables indoors and then I plant them outside. I live in Utah, so it's not always warm outside. It's not always conducive to growing fruits and vegetables all the time, but I make it work. And I can spend just a couple of dollars, maybe $2 to $3 on a packet of seeds. And I can plant multiple plants with that one single packet just for a few dollars, which is pretty impressive. And when I buy some of those, I actually don't have to buy them every year. I bought some strawberries, some starters for strawberries, and I don't have to buy those every year. Those come back, which is fantastic. And then also my raspberry bushes, those have come back as well. And I just planted some blackberry and two blackberries and a boysenberry. So those should come back next year as well. And then I planted a lot of peas, and last year I took those seeds, I dried out some seeds or some peas, I should say, and planted those this year. And I didn't have to buy any new peas for this year. So I just had to buy the one packet. I actually bought, I think, three different types. But anyway, I just had to buy those once. And then I just dried out the peas and then I planted them and they grew this year. So it's amazing how much you can save by growing your own fruits and vegetables. I also have a peach tree, which I got a lot of peaches off of that peach tree last year and the year before. Unfortunately, this year Utah got really warm and then it had a freeze, so I won't be getting any peaches this year. But nonetheless, I'm still glad I planted my peach tree because hopefully next year it will produce peaches and then I can have those. I also planted an apple tree, which has 4 different types of apples on it, and that's new. So hopefully I'll get apples next year. But nonetheless, I am planting these fruits and vegetables and growing them in my own yard. I know that's not possible for everyone, but you can do just a small container yard garden area. I've seen people put containers just on their patio or their deck if they're in an apartment, something like that. Or you can even do the indoor hydroponics system. You could try that out. And not only is it saving you money, but it's also better for you. You control what you put on your fruits and vegetables. So I just eat mine right out of the garden and they are delicious and super healthy. And then one other little tip that I want to share with this is eating the fruits and vegetables that are in season. I don't eat grapes when they are not in season because they are so expensive at the grocery store. So if we can focus on eating what's in season, we are going to spend a lot less money on those fruits and vegetables. I actually don't go to a gym. I go to free fitness classes, and I have been doing this for years, and I absolutely love it. I don't have to pay a gym membership, and that way I can go to the fitness classes I want to go to, or I can go hiking, and then I'm not feeling like, oh, but I have to go to the gym. And also, I teach a free fitness class for people too. So we don't need to spend money on gym memberships. And the average gym membership is actually $65 per month. And of course, this could be higher or lower, but this is just the average. And that is going to equal $780 per year. So if we can figure out free fitness classes to go to, or just doing our exercise outside, like hiking or going on walks, going on runs, if you like running. I'm more of a walker. I'm not really into running. Or there's even YouTube videos that we could watch, and we can even invite our friends over to our house and have them do a YouTube video with us. So we don't have to be alone while we are working out, and that way it can give you a little bit more momentum or push you a little bit harder when someone else is there. But that's just another simple way to save a lot of money. It's a very boring, unsexy way to save money, but it actually works. I personally eat the same thing for breakfast pretty much every day. I eat oatmeal. I put some cinnamon in with my oats and some peanut butter and some honey, and then whatever fruit is in season, then I'll put that in there. And that's what I eat for breakfast every day. So, what I do is buy those items that I'm eating pretty much all the time in bulk. And that saves me a lot of money. I've bought the large pails of oats before, also just the large bags. It's a lot less expensive to purchase those items in bulk. And where I know I'm going to be eating that pretty much every day, I will definitely go through that item. So I'm not wasting money buying items that I'm not actually going to eat in bulk. It's just the items that I do eat that I will purchase in bulk and have that savings for those items. I also worked for a food storage company a while back, and they sold the big pills of oats and the number 10 cans of dried strawberries or dried raspberries, things like that. So I was able to get a discount while I was working there, which was really nice on these food items that were in bulk. But now I just go to the grocery store or to an outlet center and buy the items that I'm going to eat so I can save money that way. This one is a game changer. Pay yourself first. This is actually going to save you so much money. And I have seen this. I've seen it in my own life. And I remember when I did a presentation, this was quite a while ago, but one of my friends had come up to me after, thanked me for the presentation. She sent me a text later saying that she went to the bank that same day and set up an automatic transfer to her savings account so that she could pay herself first automatically. She didn't have to think about it. And I got a text from her a while later, months and months later, and she had said she had saved so much money. She told me the exact amount. And she said there's no way she would have done that if she hadn't set up that auto transfer. It is so important that we pay ourselves first and not pay ourselves last. If we are paying all of our bills first and buying whatever stuff we want to be buying and then trying to pay ourselves after, it's just not going to work. But if we can pay ourselves first, then it will definitely work because that's the very first thing we are doing. And in conjunction with this, I am a religious and spiritual person. So I actually pay myself and God first. That is what I do. And that has made such a difference in my financial life. And also, I feel like in my life in general. And if we're able to do that, we are going to save more money because if we already have that auto transfer set up and that money is going into our savings account. Hopefully, it's a separate savings account so it's not easily accessible. Then we are going to spend less money on things that aren't really important to us. If we see money left in our checking account, we might be tempted to just empty out that checking account and buy whatever's on our mind. But if we have that money already going to our savings, we're paying ourselves first, then we aren't going to spend that money on things that aren't truly important to us. And if you are leaving your money sitting in a savings account, I would definitely say put it in a high yield savings account so that you can earn a little bit extra money on that money. And I'll leave a link below to some of the best ones that I have found. All right, let's find a hobby that makes us money. We will be able to make more money and then save more money when we do that. Instead of finding hobbies that are really expensive and take a lot of money out of our pocket, we can find hobbies that actually make us money. And it's funny when people ask what I do, I tell them numerous things that I do, and they all entail a different way of making money because honestly, I like finding different ways to make money. I think it's fun. I think it's a fun hobby to have. And it's also very rewarding and it helps me build my wealth. So think about different hobbies that could make you money. And just to share an example, I spend a lot of time in my backyard, right? I have my garden, I'm growing my vegetables and fruits, and I eat all my meals out there. So I have spent a lot of money on my backyard, and I keep thinking, how can I monetize this? So I've actually been thinking maybe I could rent it out to photographers, and that way I could make money on my hobby of updating or remodeling my backyard. That's just one thing I've been thinking about. So we'll see what ends up happening. But you can also start a YouTube channel and make money talking about what you enjoy talking about. That would be something that's really fun. I think that would be really fun. There's also the Amazon influencer program, which I have been doing and still do. And I've been able to make money from that. And it's just fun to record these review type of videos and upload them to Amazon and then make money from that. And that has become a hobby of mine. And I think when I do want to buy something on Amazon, then I do some research and think, okay, which one of these items is actually going to make me money? I will review the item that I purchased and upload it to Amazon and then make commissions that way. And I also work with sellers, so they'll pay me to do these review style videos so I can make money that way. But just think of different interests that you might have and how you can monetize them. How cool would that be to just be doing your hobbies, be doing the things that you enjoy and making money from them? It's a great way to have that extra money to save. And then also, you're not spending money on these other expensive hobbies, right? You're saving money that way as well. I love that idea. And if you love these ideas, if you found them helpful, please give me a subscribe and comment below and tell me which ideas that I have missed, which boring, unsexy, money saving ideas did I miss in the video. And I will see you in the next one.